Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Well, to start with, the Australian dollar still somewhat is in a negative bias because of the fact that we can still see bearish divergence, not only from the MACD but also from the RSI. And as the market attempts to take the challenge higher, it is assessed that further indication of a bearish or at least a bull trap may come into play, and the bearish sentiment should kick in once again from around 73.25 to 45. As you can see, back in early September, the market failed to sustain above 73 cents, and over at least a handful of times recently, the market has failed again. And therefore, as the struggle with the bullish and bearish challenge above this level, I do feel that the market will eventually give up its gains and look back towards the downside and still focus on the level around 72.25. Looking at the euro, it is very much similar to that of the Australian dollar. And if we look back early September, the challenge is towards this level of 118.90, or at least around that 118.90 to 119 figure area has been rejected many times. And from the previous outside range day, and also the last three attempts at the top side stabs at the level of 118.90, the market is still a little bit apprehensive or cautious towards this level. And also the fact is the RSI is still remaining somewhat heavy, but not broken down to a negative sentiment as of yet. But I am still cautious and still holding the call back to 117.80 as long as we don't close above from a New York basis, and that is at 119. Dollar yen, well, the inverted hammer has given us a little bit of a pause in the actual sell-off that we've seen just recently after the market clearly rejected that level of 105.50-55 and now slowly dropping down but still above 105. At present, though, the trend from the ADX is still in place and therefore could see one last attempt to the downside, but the bulls will probably come back again and defend in front of this level somewhere around the 103 figure 45 area. Maybe see a correction in the short term back towards that 104.5. Well, the pound has broken above finally at 132.90. Not the most impressive breaks, but nevertheless enough to give it a bit of a stretch towards the region of 133.40 to 133.90 area. Looking back on the actual price action, is that we are getting somewhat into an overbought territory, so I feel this probably will be soon short-lived and reversed. But just in this interim, I'd rather sit and hold a neutral stance and just wait for a better opportunity. With that, sterling yen will most probably take another step towards the upside as the last 2 days are showing a bit of a bullish bias. Not strong, however, enough to support a move back towards the top side of the range, evidently around the 139 region, or at least where this cap is, and most probably see another rejection. Like previously here, we can see the market was very much in a U-turn as it got close to that level. Gold, well, still maintaining in this 1,848 to 52 to 1,900, and the market is attempting to try and recover at this present stage after the recently rejecting the lower side of the range. Still, from a technical point, the RSI is not very much revealing to the bullish case, and I feel that we could see one more attempt that is down towards that level of 1,848.52. Now, if we break and close underneath that level from a New York basis, then we could see a 100-point drop. No doubt the market is still licking its wounds after it fell 115 points here. So do we still feel the market will be long? Probably not, as this pattern holds, because I feel that we may see it bow very quickly if we see the break of 48. And looking at oil, well, as you can see, we are back to the top side of the range as the market gets closer towards 43.80. Still, the market is finding a bit of a bullish bias as the COVID virus has now taken a bit of a step towards a vaccine after Moderna and also Pfizer, after saying their antivirus is around 95% efficient. Still, the market is still bullish, so let's see if it will squeeze up a little bit higher to 43.80. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report. I hope you enjoy the great start to this new week.